for this book babble, we're going to analyze today the use of satire within Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse 5. Looking at Kurt Vonnegut as a writer, he has always used satire somehow within his work. Take Harrison Bergeron, for example. That was to make fun of how politically correct that we go to the extent for today. And it was very heavy with it, that you could find it, pick it out as soon as, as you're reading. It wasn't very hard to find. As we're reading Slaughterhouse 5, it's obviously, Vonnegut even says in the first chapter that it's a satirical look at how basically World War II was a children's war, but he wants to come at it at a different angle. And so I feel that that's why I wanted to read the book, was because I was really impressed with this satire in Harrison Bergeron. I feel that as I'm reading this book, I'm losing a lot of the satirical experience, technique, because he spends too much time having things out of chronological order. The time traveling aspect is really clever. Like, I really like the idea and stuff like that. And I guess some of the satire can be found in how the soldiers had this awesome dinner and meal and stuff like that, but they're so young that when they end up having to be really sick later, that they just make all these funny comments, and it's just the worst possible thing is happening to them, and they just don't understand. So I feel that as Kurt Vonnegut is trying to get to this satirical aspect, that it's just not making any resonance with the reader in general. I feel like I'm really losing a lot of it with the time traveling aspect, and that I maybe hope that I will be able to find a lot more of this as the book ends, because I'm not really finished with reading it and stuff. But I don't even know. I guess a lot of the other satirical experiences could also do with the fact that, he's already time traveled and already lived this life that he knows is going to happen again. And his story can basically be told as another person's story, because a lot of the men went through the same thing he was during World War II.